Welcome to video number 2. This one's about how humans are surprisingly like biological robots. So let's get on with it. Point 1 is that your body runs off electricity that's conducted by your nerves, just like wires in a machine. But if you think about the idea of your nerves as wires, they seem really similar, because what your nerves do in your body is they basically allow electric signals to go throughout your body, and wires do basically the same thing in a machine. Point 2, skeletons and metal frames. Your skeleton is basically something that helps you stay together. And most robots have an endoskeleton, which is kind of directly named after the skeletons that humans have. An endoskeleton means it's a skeleton inside of a creature or machine. An exoskeleton means it's like the skeleton on the outside. That's what insects have. And point 3 is your joints and muscles and joints and pistons. In robots, joints basically allow the robot to move. Well, it helps them move. And most of the time, they're kind of like a bearing, usually a bearing. And the way your joints work are pretty similar. And then there's muscles. Your muscles, all they do is they contract and extend when there's an electric pulse. And pneumatic and hydraulic pistons do almost the exact same thing. Hydraulic pistons, basically, it's a little rod of metal inside of a tube, and water or a liquid is pushed into that, extending the metal bit. But if it's a pneumatic piston, it's air or a gas instead of a liquid. And basically the same thing as your muscles. An electric pulse goes through them, they extend. And then point 4, eyes and cameras. These two are extremely similar because your eyes and cameras do basically the exact same thing. Your eyes basically take videos in your brain, and cameras take videos in a machine. They both see. And then your iris and a part in a camera, your iris contracts and gets bigger to see things that are in the dark or in light. If it's small, it's probably in a light room. It's letting less light go into your eyes, so your eyes don't get overwhelmed with the light. But if you're in a dark room, the pupil will get bigger because it needs more light to see. And then cameras. They have a little thing that contracts and expands a lot like an iris. Another two similarities is lenses. Inside of a camera, they have little bits of glass in different sizes and shapes called lens. And they're literally directly named after human eye lenses, because under your pupil, where the light comes through, there is a little bit of fleshy material that's see-through, and it basically goes concave and convex. And if you're to help you look at things that are far away or close. And same with cameras, it helps them focus on things. And the final point, which I have got to say is the craziest one. This literally blew my mind when I first heard about it and thought about it a lot, which is your brain and an AI. AI merits its own episode of Science of, totally. There's like no way in this video I can just by myself explain AI. It's so complicated, but basically the way a computer brain works, which is basically what AI is ones and zeros. You may have heard of it, but what they actually are is the 1 is an electric pulse. The 0 is no electric pulse. See, like 1 electric pulse, 0 electric pulse. And it's meant to work as a code. Guess how your brain works? 1 electric pulse, no electric pulse. Mic drop. But yeah, there's a lot of things like that where it's really similar. Just the one difference is that technically an AI doesn't have any hormones, which is probably one of the main things that makes a human mind a bit different than an AI. Hormones are basically chemicals inside of your body that make you react in different ways. They can't actually help you with certain things. Most of your hormones are there's a lot of each hormone basically controls an emotion, like how adrenaline, when you're scared, you get a shot of adrenaline in your body, and there's a whole, like, a spectrum of different hormones. You mainly get a lot of hormones during puberty, but yeah, there's a lot of differences. There's a lot of differences still between robots and humans, and also just the definition of a robot is basically a machine that looks or acts like a human, usually having artificial intelligence, which is what I've been saying. Whenever I say AI, there's some other things that stand for AI that are completely unrelated, but that is mostly all the facts I have today. So if you think humans are like robots, or you have some other cool point to bring up, please comment down below. I would really like to hear your feedback, because I love hearing science feedback. It's always super cool. And have a good day. And if you want to subscribe to this channel, because that would really help me out, and it would help me keep creating science related content like this. So, have a good day and goodbye.